So, good morning, everyone. We want to welcome you all to another episode of the Black Market Podcast, presented by Hack the Markets. This is one of your co-hosts, AC, also known as the Market Oracle.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. This is Jerome Vincent. Also, I'm not also the
Yeah, I don't
one
know
and
what you
only,
talking about, man.
the market prodigy. It's only me. It's only me.
I
So if
about to say
y'all
you
see
better not
somebody
be over there
else
trying to
out there
confuse folks
with
trying
that
to
prodigy
impersonate
name
me,
tag,
boy.
y'all report them to me. Often imitated,
Man, I'm about to
never
go. I'm about to go on
duplicated.
YouTube and put a copyright infringement on you.
It don't matter. I'm gonna rise like yeast above that, boy.
Okay.
Oh,
Mars.
And shall I rise, face? Okay.
that's right.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Raheem the Dream checking in.
Hey man, it's 4K. Ken, I couldn't make it on Monday, Wednesday. I apologize to all the supporters of 4K. But we back. We back today
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
on a good Friday.
And PA sensation. My apologies to my fans as well, but I'm back at it, bigger and blacker.
What? What?
Go.
I did not. I just
Oh,
knew
man.
he was gonna say better. This guy said blocker.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Look,
it's
Happy
so
Friday.
funny, man.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Mother's Day weekend.
Most
Right.
definitely, most
treat,
definitely.
Right.
treat your mamas right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Shout
just
out
we
to
said
want to
mom.
shout out
yeah, I hope
everybody
you got that.
moms. Shout out to everybody's moms on this nice weekend that we're about to have. So I know we had some conversation earlier. Do y'all want to start it off, or do y'all want me to start it off? Because I got a few things that I could talk about too.
I want to start out real quick because I
Okay,
know y'all
go
got
ahead.
some. I know y'all got some real good stuff, but I just want to start out here because this is like an update, a continuation of something that we covered before.
Okay.
So, I want to say it was about a week ago. 4K, you talked about a child eating treadmill.
I did. I mentioned it. Yeah.
So I have an update for y'all on this child eating treadmill.
The child eating treadmill.
Not did it happen again?
Is it still eating
Well,
kids?
no. We knew that the fallout was gonna happen, and the fallout happened.
Oh man.
So Peloton, I mean, we know the backdrop on the Peloton story. Last year, Peloton was one of they were on fire last year, and it was a reason they were on fire. Think about it. When COVID hit, the last place you wanted to be at was at a gym. So
Mhm.
Peloton releases, they have their IPO. I mean, it was perfect timing for them. They have their IPO and they come out with this treadmill. You work out at home. Don't worry about your gym membership no more. We got you. I mean, their stock just skyrocketed last year. They could do no wrong. It's Peloton. It's Peloton that. And then here we come. 4K Kenny just single-handedly brought this stock down, brought them back to reality, burst their bubble.
Man.
So we talked about Peloton with these issues, and it wasn't just limited to kids; it was also pets too. So
It
Peloton,
was.
when they had this stuff on YouTube going on, this is what Peloton did. They basically said, "Hey, we're not going to issue a recall." They said that children and small pets should just stay away from the machine.
I
Right.
mean, that's what I would have said.
Right.
They said this is y'all's fault. Keep y'all children. This is for adults. Keep the children and the pets away from the machine.
There you go.
I
All
mean, it
right.
makes sense. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on the machine already, not safe for kids. And then,
And
like,
then
I can't be responsible for you not watching your kids.
I'm with you. But then one death and 39 incidents later, they had to come in and issue a recall. Since that recall, their stock price, their shares have tumbled 22%.
Wow.
22%. And
I
then,
mean,
of
what are they
course, they brought back
recalling?
the fact that, hey, y'all could have prevented this or whatever. That's why it stumbled so much, because basically they told everybody to go kick rocks the first time, because when it was just like one issue.
But I'm trying to see, like, what are you recalling? Like, what do you have on there that's different from another treadmill?
They're trying to get them out of everybody's house, so they just eliminate the possibility altogether. Also, Peloton, if you want to talk, I know y'all are going to be on the come up, so let's get a bite.
I mean, well, let's get to the issue of. To me, I agree with you, AC. Like, a treadmill is a treadmill. It's like a conveyor belt, and it's just moving, and you get your butt on it and
Yeah.
run with it.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is that the children and the pets are getting stuck under, and it's such a powerful, it's such a powerful motor in there. But that's what makes Peloton good. It's a powerful motor, so you can't reduce it. But what you can do is put some kind of pressure sensor up underneath it, the equivalent of like what's like a stuck rotor or whatever. When you got like a generator or a motor or whatever, it's
Mhm.
supposed to be going. Because when you got a stuck rotor, you get a lot of current that builds up through there. And you got like a sensor that says, hey, I got way too much current coming through here. I got a safety right here, and I'm automatically going to shut it off.
Yeah.
So if you put like a laser or something, just like with an elevator, when you come on and off so the doors don't hit you, if you put a laser up underneath there and say, hey, if something passes through this threshold right here, or look at a pressure point, and you do have pressure strip sensors or whatever, we know that there's supposed to be weight on the top right here. But if I get weight on the bottom, hence somebody stuck underneath there, you need to cut it off.
Isn't that
Now,
crazy? They have to design it for that now. Like, I can't. The people that are in the warehouse throwing that on and got to slap a sensor at the bottom of it. Like, who would
hey,
that?
but that's just me, and that's what I would do. I hope y'all listening.
It's a great
You
thought.
know, but that it's stupid that you have to do that. But here we are. I mean, it's stupid that McDonald's had to say, hey, caution, my coffee is hot. If you spill this on your lap, you will get burned. Duh. But the people won the lawsuit. Welcome
Exactly.
to America.
I mean, I saw
Good
it
enough.
smoking. I felt it was hot, but I didn't know.
Right. No. And now you go from McDonald's to Gorilla Glue.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Don't put Gorilla Glue in your hair thinking that you're going to be able to glue your hair up there permanently.
Didn't
Can
that
you
feel so
believe
long
it?
ago? It was only a couple months ago.
Yeah, it really wasn't
I
that long
know.
ago. It was literally this year. That is the craziest thing.
Common sense is not so common.
Nah, it's not.
Did she
It is
go to
not.
court?
I
The
don't know. I
Gorilla
know
Glue?
surgery.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
it still worked out for her. I mean, now she's officially, you could say, an influencer with millions of followers. Now she's getting sponsorships left and right.
Still,
So
really.
life has a way of working out.
I thought that was over with.
Oh no, that was her come up.
So I wonder if they're going to put her on the Gorilla Glue commercial.
Man.
That'll be a pretty good spokesperson.
I don't know about that. Cause
Hey,
then
she
people
could
gonna be
literally tell you,
thinking,
man, hey, this thing will not come off, like, literally.
Said,
I
listen
was
to me.
stuck.
I know.
Because, you know, the lady had to go to, like, a plastic surgeon to get that stuff off.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But, hey, so, one topic. How y'all feel about Bill and Melinda divorcing? That's a lot of money out here, man. I hear she's going to get, like, $1.8 billion in stock or something like that.
And they said because of Bill's actions, that was what this is in the works.
well, why they getting? Why are they getting a
Hold on, you
divorce?
say in the works, Cameron. You said
Yeah, like this is they've been discussing the divorce for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why all of a sudden now they had to figure out how
They said she got tired of the floppy disk and wanted a hard drive.
Oh, okay.
Lord, I just got a late email.
I'm telling you, bro. That's why I just went straight down, bro. Because I was like, baby.
I got it.
Yes, sir.
I wanted a hard drive.
Did y'all hear how much it is the rental property that she has per night? 132,000 a night.
132,000 a night. What is she staying in? A castle?
Island.
Oh, she's staying on a whole island.
Island.
Man, get out of here.
On the island.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, I can't hate it. I can't hate it.
Crazy.
Hey, I got something. How y'all feel about that?
How do I feel about what? The island or the divorce?
The divorce.
Do you feel that women should get half of what you have?
Oh man. You going down that rabbit hole, man.
This is gonna
Cause I mean, like if you guys built it together, yeah, you entitled.
Yeah.
If you sat down and watched me and you weren't shooting in the gym, I don't know how I feel about that.
I was just about to say that. Well, hey, Vanessa Bryant got mad about that, but hey, they was like, you weren't with Kobe when he was shooting in the gym.
Exactly. So I
she
mean,
she was also a product manager at Microsoft, apparently. So
I'm not saying nothing, but how y'all feel about like 50%?
50% is a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, especially
But
if you haven't
everything.
done anything,
Yeah.
all you did was come in my life and say I do. If that's all you done did, no.
Nah.
But I mean, I have to play devil's advocate here and kind of ride the fence because my wife is currently in the room with me and I am fearful of my safety right now.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So you better say the right thing, man.
she is now throwing projectiles at me.
Yeah, you better say the right thing, man.
So, but seriously, I mean, what the court say is that she has to be able to. It's up to you so that she can maintain the lifestyle that you provided for her during your marriage.
Oh,
That's the
so
same
if
thing
that's
with
the
Dr. Dre's
catch, then
life.
I'm gonna just act
She
like
wants
we
that
broke.
lifestyle.
We're gonna live like we broke. We'll never have a lavish lifestyle.
What is that, right? Like
That sounds like my
issue,
daddy.
if it was as pure as that, then I would understand. But then when you look at it, when you got like these young women who like 20 years old marrying a guy who like 60 years old, and you know she only doing it for the money, it's like,
Well, with that case right there, that man know what he's signing up for, and he know that he done did
Yeah.
this, that, and the other. Like he doing that on purpose.
Right.
That ain't me, dog.
tell us more, AC. Why is that not you?
Man, I'm not going out here just to marry somebody just to say that. First off, what's that? 40 years difference? Like you already know that you're not marrying this person just to live the rest of your life with them.
Hey, 4K, you didn't forgot. See, it ain't about the talking. Hey, what did the Haitian sensation just say?
Well,
Oh my god.
my wife-
The screen cut.
yeah, my wife's in my background too, so
Yeah, you better say the right thing too.
Yeah.
That would be a perfect time. But that's
Hey, you about to be sticking and moving.
Hey, we about to see who the best dodgeball champ. Is it Jerome or is it the Haitian sensation?
I'm telling you, boy. Hey, but the
Hey,
unemployment rate.
protect yourself at all times.
Oh,
where'd you get that knife from?
Man, that boy went straight to Afghanistan for that one.
Right.
I sleep with it.
All right. All right.
Hey, but I think there is a difference between having a wife and a trophy wife.
Boy, you finna
have-
get in trouble. I'm gonna help you. Hey, nah, I ain't gonna.
It's a long weekend, bro. You sure you want to start? It's early Friday.
I'm telling you. Market hasn't even opened yet.
Man, and y'all already getting started.
I don't know if y'all gonna make money today.
So, okay, last thing on this before we move on. Do y'all believe in prenups?
Hey, now if we are talking about that situation that I just said that you weren't shooting in the gym with me, this, that, and the other, you just coming in, Yeah, I believe in it.
So y'all feel like Bill would have been better off if he would have had her sign a prenup.
I don't know because I can't talk for Bill because Bill gave a 1.8, but he got so many more billions. That's not half.
I mean, at the time, it's not like he would have known either. Like this was very early, so it could have just been a regular thing. He would have known that Microsoft would have blown up like this. So.
Mm-hmm.
Was he married before he started Microsoft or after?
That I don't know.
I think she worked at Microsoft too.
Yeah, you like you weren't with me when I was programming in the basement.
But then again, you got to remember, if she was with him before, I mean, she couldn't have had a job because Microsoft didn't exist. So
There you go.
she probably was doing something though. I mean, it ain't no telling what they had going on. And like I said, that's between them. Like I can't talk for Bill and Melinda because I mean they know what their relationship is. They know how they loved each other and all that stuff. So I can't say, oh yeah, he made a wrong decision for doing this because I mean he still didn't give a half.
I mean, people get divorced all the time, and it doesn't have to be this public. And the fact that he had to issue a statement, he had to go on his page and say, we created a foundation and do all that. Like,
Yeah,
we just put everybody's business out there, and it's really none of our business. But
exactly.
Hey,
live their lives.
breaking news! Breaking news!
What you got?
I will be sleeping on the couch tonight.
Oh man.
Giant knife that you that's you. Just go ahead and right there.
That is so funny.
Let me peer over my computer.
I'm gonna make sure I learn all these things from you guys before I get
Man.
Hey, I'm telling you, very good, valuable life lessons. Hey, but I want to switch gears a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about crypto. I know we got a lot of discussions about crypto. So I want to introduce one thing. The Bank of England's governor, he doesn't like crypto. So that is huge. I mean, this is a whole central bank. The governor of the central bank does not like it. He says you only invest in this stuff to be prepared to lose everything. He said, if you're buying Bitcoin and you're buying anything outside of Bitcoin, he said, be prepared to lose everything. Now, I know we take our analysis and all that stuff serious and we look at this stuff and, we make our own decisions. But hearing something like that come from a Fed, well, not a Fed, I'm sorry, that's the U.S., coming from a central bank governor, that's a little bit more powerful than just a regular person saying something because they control the money supply.
But you know why? That's like that right there. The analogy here, what you're seeing is taxis, the taxi services across America 15 years ago saying, I think that Uber and Lyft or whatever is a terrible idea because they know if this takes off, they're going to be replaced.
Yeah.
Or
So
the
right now,
hotels.
that's why some of these banks are jumping on and trying to partner with them because they know that people are jumping on to these bandwagons. They're jumping on to this cryptocurrency stuff, and then the traditional bank, as we know, is gonna go away. They're gonna become the middleman, and they're dinosaurs. They're facing extinction. So of course he's gonna say that to kind of ward you off.
Well, see, the thing is, it's not going to affect him like that because they're a central bank. They don't make money off of like how Wells Fargo or Citi or anybody like that makes money. They're the central bank. They're for the government. They're for the country. So with that being said, they're not going to lose money because they're just going to control whatever cryptocurrency is being exchanged and all this stuff now. So that's what I'm trying to read a little bit more into is because they don't make money off of this stuff. They just kind of govern the regulations of finance for a government.
I feel like it's still gonna change the way they do business, though.
It'll change the way they do business, most definitely. It'll change their regulations, but it's not gonna change their entity or like the Fed. The Fed isn't gonna dissolve just because we want to start using Bitcoin. The Fed is just going to introduce new things of how they should regulate Bitcoin. That's it.
See, I'm interested in that because I tell you, the first thing that I thought about when I did a whole bunch of research into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and I think this kind of gets lost in translation with a lot of people. is that I see cryptocurrency as a banking system for criminals.
Why?
That's what people started off feeling like it was because of
Well,
the
I'll tell you
anonymous.
why. Because you, it's you can't monitor my transactions.
Yeah.
You can't monitor my. I can order a hit and use cryptocurrency, and you can't follow it and tell that it came from me.
Yeah. Yeah,
In a
the
nutshell,
anonymous
that's what's
factor
going
is
on.
definitely one reason why a lot of people were using Bitcoin at the very, very beginning of when it first got started for the black market and illegal activity and things of that nature. Until they started understanding what blockchain technology was, because it's not necessarily Bitcoin, it's blockchain technology.
Hmm.
So that's the reason why it's not only just Bitcoin. Because if it was just Bitcoin, we wouldn't have Ripple, we wouldn't have Cardano, we wouldn't have Dogecoin, we wouldn't have any
Yeah.
of this other stuff. It would only be Bitcoin. But it's not Bitcoin, it's the technology that produced Bitcoin, which is the
Hmm.
blockchain.
What percentage of people do y'all feel like? I guess I'm trying to think and get a gauge for people who are looking at it from a technology perspective, from a investment perspective, from just pure gambling and riding the trend. Do you think that there's maybe a age range that this is popular by? Do you think that people are starting to, older groups will start to fall into?
Yeah, it's
Or yeah,
definitely segmented. It's
fall into.
definitely segmented. This is being driven by a lot more millennials and younger generations.
Mhm.
Older generations are starting to get exposure though. The only people who are getting exposure at the top level though, like, and I say top level, I mean like in age wise. So it'll be like, the older people would be the ones that have enough money, because the thing is, their people inside of their brokerages are putting them inside these grayscale trust funds and stuff like that, because that right there is a Bitcoin trust. They're buying into this stuff, and they're buying into these future contracts. They're buying into this stuff because they have financial managers that know what they're doing, and they go in and they buy this stuff. And that's the reason why, like, prices don't move like this just because retail people are buying it. You have
Right.
to remember that things don't move just because all five of us on this screen go out and we say, even if we all had $1 million to disperse into the market right at this second, we would not make a dent in the market,
Do you
depending on
think?
what we were trading.
I'm the market prodigy. I do make dents in the
You
market.
wouldn't make a dent with $1 million,
Listen here,
brother. I
I
don't
look
care
at a
what you
stock and
think.
I look at the time of sales. When I put in an order, I see that price start to move,
Okay,
and I know
well,
it's up to me.
even with $1 million, my brother, you would not be a market maker. So, with that being said, we would not be able to influence nothing. So because of that, we know for a fact that some institutional money, some big whales are out here fishing or swimming around somewhere, because we're not moving this thing like this.
But
We don't have enough buying power to even try to make it do that.
Right.
but back to your original question, 4K.
Mhm.
I'll just put it out here like this: that people fear what they don't understand.
That's what it is. That's the
So the
main thing.
older generation, they don't understand. They may fear it because they don't understand it. It's just like the older generation with like a cell phone or a computer or what.
Hmm.
Even with the phone, they say, "Hey, yeah, that cell phone might be the greatest thing since sliced bread, but yeah, I'm keeping my landline because
Hmm.
they don't understand it and they fear it." Same
Do
thing
Exactly.
you
with a computer or whatever, and they say, "Hey, I'm gonna pay my bills. I'm gonna drive to the water authority. I'm gonna drive and pay my power bill by check," and I'd be like,
Hmm.
no, just do it online. Now somebody gonna steal
I've
my
been doing
stuff
this for how
or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
they don't
Yeah.
understand it and don't understand that it can be safe, and if something go wrong or whatever, your money still is fine.
Yeah,
But
that's
they don't
all it is.
understand it, so they stay away from it.
That's
I think
definitely
also
Makes
true.
sense.
people are starting to see that how much money the younger generations are making.
That's what
And
they saying.
because I was having a conversation with some. Oh, shout out to Double M and shout out to my dad too. But we were trying to just talk about like differences in how philosophies for investing are changing. Looking at long term and short term doesn't really apply now because we see how these spikes happen within 48 hours.
Hmm.
Um, on SNL. On Saturday, we'll hopefully see a spike because we need Doge to go up. But we'll see the Doge. You know what I'm saying? You see different types of media influence, especially that are helping to drive this thing and drive this price up. So I wonder when it's going to peak and when everyone thinks that the bubble is going to really pop, because it doesn't necessarily have to if you just continue the influence of it. So
now Elon Musk did come out, like I know you just said about that Saturday Night Live bit. He did just come out like a few hours ago, probably yesterday or something like that, and he said he's warning against, well, he's warning to invest with caution rather in cryptocurrencies. So with that being said, how do you think that affects it now? With him coming out saying be cautious about what you, and then they particularly say amid Dogecoin hype.
Yeah. And he's saying he don't want it to be like the whole GameStop and Roaring Kitty and all this other stuff. So basically, it's like reverse psychology, because he know that when he go on there doing that, it's gonna jump up, and then they're gonna like, well, you manipulated and you did this, and then now he can come back and say, hey, before it came out, I told y'all not to do it.
Yeah,
but do it. Watch what I do.
It's genius marketing when you think about any
exactly.
type of news. Though any type of news is going to spike some type of something.
Yeah, so, if you don't want me to do it, the easiest, if you want me to do something, tell me not to do it.
And then go on Saturday night 2 days after
acting about it.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you.
Come on.
But the same way that you guys were saying that they kind of like fear what they don't know, it's the same way as if they listen to Warren Buffett, because Warren Buffett always talks about don't invest into something that you don't know about. Boom, boom, boom. Dude, you've been losing money. I mean, I understand that you had a very, very long run. You made a lot of money. I'm not discrediting anything that you've done. I'm not discrediting any of your work. I'm not saying that you don't know what you're doing. But right now, it's different times. And certain philosophies have to be changed. Like, you can't continuously try to trade like how you were in the stock pit when everything is digital now, because the stock pit had everybody clustered around one particular person. You could see like, oh, that person is heading over to this stock pit. That means that it must be a big order, because he doesn't move until big orders come in. So then you can go and front run this person because you actually see them physically going to place orders. So you can follow them around. Now you can't do that. So you have to change the game now. So you can't physically follow these people. So now how do you
Warren Buffett still making phone calls. Everybody else using algorithms to check who buying what. He up there
Warren
on the phone.
Buffett's still on a dial-up connection. He ain't even got no computer, boy. He got the fax machine telling him.
He up there. Hello?
Man.
Hello?
The fax machine telling him, hey, 2 hours ago, the stock was this price.
Right.
They were like, why you didn't pick up? It's like, Warren, everybody's texting now.
I don't use my phone. Pick up the phone is for calling people.
Man, I can't text on this landline. You know that.
Yo, I almost look. That was the whole thing when texting started.
Tic-tac-toe symbol, Warren.
You still out here talking about pound symbol instead of hashtag. Hey, but I got one other thing for you guys. You guys like Halo? You guys ever play Halo? Xbox?
Halo probably the only thing
I'm not into Halo because I can't play Call of Duty either, and I suck.
Man.
Dang.
That's
tough.
tough.
Guess what, man? You'll be able to probably be a little bit better, because I know that you real good with the firearms in real life. So now we can actually have Halo in real life.
What you talking about?
We got exoskeletons. Out here, man.
You got my interest now.
We got super soldiers.
So now, if you want to jump on top of that building, you probably can. If you want to run next to a car, you probably can.
Is that retail or is that just for the army?
No, that military right there. That sounds like some Palantir been working on.
Right.
This is a SPAC coming out, man. So they were first a company. They're called Sarcos Robotics.
Super soldiers.
That was the first thing that they did. They came out as that. Then they got bought by Raytheon. They worked with Raytheon for a second, but in 2015 they left Raytheon. They came back to an independent company again. So now they're back to Sarcos Robotics again, and now they are looking to get in on a SPAC deal. And the SPAC is going to be with Rotor Acquisition Corp. So pretty much, they are a developer of robotic exoskeletons. So now you can go out here and be a super soldier. You can be whatever you want to be now, man.
Hey, that's like on
This sounds
Avatar.
like
That's like on Avatar.
I'm telling you, man, they already throwing you into the Avatar world if you crazy. That's crazy, ain't it?
they'll send
Hey,
you to the
be
moon,
whatever you want to be.
Avatar land. Now you can go
Everything.
jump on buildings.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like, man. I wonder if they're
Like,
gonna have
you-
like the little rocket
beauty-
packs on it, so you can just kind of like stand there and then just start hovering. And
Yeah.
then you just
Like
kind of
Call
go
of
up,
Duty,
you know.
like the exoskeleton.
Like if you a
Right.
if you a guy and you want to be a girl soldier, you probably can do that.
Is there
Man, you know, you already doing that, man. They got the gene editing and the everything else going on, man.
is there a price point that they put?
Look at Ray.
Bruh,
I'ma
that's
stop.
bad,
I'ma stop.
man. That's just
I'ma
bad.
stop. It's
Is
Friday.
So I don't know what the price
Like
point is. Yeah, I don't know what
Because
the
I'm
price
thinking
point
like
is.
this, there's no way this could be a regular thing if they're letting people just go from the bottom, from a floor to a ceiling.
Hey,
Somebody got to regulate this. Somebody
hey,
Yeah.
so
Somebody
they
needs to
start.
be military.
getting us too fast. That is.
Hey, boy, you.
Hey,
you
I
gonna be
grab me
like
one
that.
of these things, man. I'll never be in traffic. I just run.
Listen here. All I hear is that they making some real elite criminals out there.
Basically,
If you can't,
Hey,
if
that bring a
consumers
whole
can't
new
even-
thing to
we
smash
gonna
and
need
grab.
a real Batman out here now.
I
if
mean,
consumers can't even handle a treadmill, what makes you think we can handle a whole exoskeleton?
ooh, shout out to
Come on.
Peloton.
Man,
Come on.
we're gonna have
Hey,
bad guys. For real.
If the police force don't have it first, boy, they gonna be in trouble.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
man.
we already done defunded the police. They can't afford this.
I'm telling you.
Hey, they might don't need one, man. Shit, these jokers out here, but we ain't gonna go into that. We ain't gonna go into that.
Yeah.
oh, no,
Speak
no,
your mind.
no, go down.
Hey, I am a revolutionary.
Hey, they gonna come up with some. They gonna come out with them with what they call it, them glitches or them little the technology bombs, you know, that they can set off, and it's like that little shock that they can send out, and it disrupts all the electronic stuff.
Yeah.
EMP.
EMP.
Yeah.
Yeah, EMP, electromagnetic pulse. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Y'all gonna have the air thrown out this Black Power fist in a second.
See, they
Nah,
need to
not
come
today.
out. I'm working on a prototype for a smart taser right now.
So
if
what
you
it's
got
gonna
a
do?
smart gun or a smart taser?
A smart taser, what it's gonna do? It's just gonna come out whenever you feel threatened.
Hey, what if somebody else can control what's on you?
Man, that'll be terrible. I don't know about that.
No, you said if somebody else could control,
It's like a remote
Well,
desktop
it's like
type thing.
it like in electronics, for lack of a better word, like an enabler switch.
Yeah, like a
They see the
remote desktop
situation
type thing.
happening real time or whatever. Because when you arrive on the scene or whatever, they can know that you arrive on the scene, and then somebody can start monitoring.
Yep.
So what if it's like a gun? What
Now-
if you got like a smart thing on a gun or whatever, where hey, they're looking and your gun ain't enabled until you got somebody who's away from that situation. I mean, you can work on new age technology with stuff like that.
I see that.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying with that. That's not a bad idea.
That put the cop at risk, though. I feel like
It does, though.
Let's say,
Hey, but
they have to
right
get
now,
really good
the
technology.
victim's at risk.
Right now, the victims.
The cops got bulletproof vests on. Them victims ain't got shit on.
That's real.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that. Let's change the subject because I see where this going.
Hey, but at the same time, I see exactly what y'all
Hey, that
saying.
makes sense because
but
I mean they got protection. You know, the citizen does not have protection.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
and see, I like that little thing where, because I mean, if you're doing like a thing where you're gonna like do a surveillance where you can kind of like monitor what's going on, once they pull up at the scene, then I don't see why we can't have like a third party look at it, not just the police, but have a third
Yeah.
party looking at it and saying, "No, man, like you wrong for all this
They
stuff."
they do that with the they already doing that right now with the UAVs. When they flying these UAVs on these other countries or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they looking at it real time, and you got somebody with like little video game handles
Mm-hmm.
saying he's got to get clearance. Somebody else is looking at it. 500 people, 100
Giving them
other
different
people are
Yeah,
looking at it,
exactly.
but your commanding officer is saying, "Hey." He's like, do I have permission to take the shot? Do I have permission to take the
Yeah,
shot?
he can't
And then
shoot until
finally,
they
you
say
got to
fire.
get clearance to take the shot. It's real time still.
And with this
Yeah.
being said, we know for a fact that this dude that we looking at is a criminal, but we still can't shoot him. So how in the world did this person that we don't know anything about, how can we just start firing?
It's qualified immunity, man. Qualified immunity has gives you a lot of protection.
That's
You're pretty
crazy.
much guaranteed to get away.
Yeah.
You know.
And I mean, like, if you're almost guaranteed to get away, then I mean, I'll do a lot of the same actions that they do as well. But
Hey, if they have their taser at will at all times, that's fine. They got some kind of
yeah, the
protection. That need
taser,
to
yeah,
give
for
them
sure, for
an
sure.
advantage. But the gun, you got to get a special second eye for the gun. I
Mm-hmm.
agree with that.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Because I mean, like,
There's some show or some movie that you have that I saw that you have to like describe the situation there. You literally have to, from the station, they discharge the weapon and then say you're permitted to use.
Or your whole procedure has to change. Instead of saying, hey, instead of you going to the car, maybe the safest thing to do is in that kind of stop, you just ask them to get out of the car. Just ask them to get out of the car and turn around or whatever. A lot of people won't like that at the beginning, but that's a safer way than, because a lot of stuff can happen where you can reach for anything in the car because they ask you to get where's your license and registration. Where people keep their license and registration in the fucking
glove
glove box.
compartments or any
Well,
other place. Yeah.
people also keep guns in their glove box.
Exactly.
They could be anywhere. They're telling you
Exactly.
to do all of this stuff where you got to reach, and you could be reaching for anything. So you take away them having to reach. You do a whole nother system. Stop asking us for this stuff because you don't need it. Because based on, you can look at my tag or whatever and
Yeah,
see
exactly.
if this car is stolen. When you look up my tag, you can see if my registration
Right.
is on file or not. So why
Yeah,
you
automation,
asking me
you
for
can
You can
something
see
you
my
already know?
insurance and everything.
Hey,
So I don't understand why you even need to come
personally,
up there.
when I get pulled over, I don't even play that game with them. They're like, I don't even update my insurance card, my insurance card or whatever. They said, "Where's your insurance card?" I said, "You've been back there for 10 minutes running my plates. You know if my insurance is valid or not."
That
And
is.
not one time have I gotten in trouble about it because it's true. They
Exactly.
already know.
Right.
It's like you ask me a question that you already know the
Right.
answer to.
Exactly.
And if you give me
They
a
try to
ticket
set
for
you
it,
up.
fine. All I got to do is go back and show proof that it was on file and nothing happens.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So why am I going through that?
It expunges it. Yeah.
Right.
Do you
I don't know.
guys feel the way police pull over people
You on mute.
dated?
No,
Say
you
that
ain't on
again.
me. I think it just went out for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, do you guys think that maybe this approach to pulling someone over is kind of outdated? Like, it's
Yeah.
the same concept going
Yes.
back to the.
Isn't that too long? The same thing.
Should it be a new way? Maybe it's no longer should be an officer getting out the car. Maybe send a drone or send a robot to talk to the person or something.
I'm against that whole robot
Hey, we
police
gonna
force.
put the, we
Have
gonna
you
put the
seen
night scope
iRobot?
on them.
Have you
Huh?
seen iRobot?
Put the
Yeah,
night
it's an
scope
iRobot.
on them, man. Put that night scope robot on them. Let it go ahead and bust
Oh,
off
that
if it
night
need
scope, you
to.
right now.
I'm telling you, because the night scope already got the police on it, so they can go ahead and put the night scope up. And then if all else fails, man, jump out with your exoskeleton on.
Yeah.
Not the exoskeleton.
I mean, I think it's a little outdated. Like, this is happening since the 50s. Cops are still having to get out their car, walk towards the driver's car,
Yeah.
and talk to them. Like, how come this has not evolved? This has not.
Yeah.
So many decades later, they still haven't come up with a better
Yeah.
way
I
to do
agree.
this.
I agree. Maybe
Well, but you gotta see why they do that though. The whole reason behind that is so that they can go in and get a closer look and investigate. Because the reason that they pulled you over is so that they can say that they had probable cause. And anything right now, the probable cause thing has to go away because they're gonna say, hey, you didn't have the right sticker on your car. That's probable cause that you got drugs in your car. No,
Yeah,
it's
I,
not.
I want to see if I
But that's
smell
what they say. Hey,
marijuana.
they're gonna
I want
say
to be
that
able to smell your breath.
you didn't have a seatbelt on. So now I want to run up. I want to smell your breath. Hey, I want to see if I smell something. I want to see if I see something in your car. I want to see if you black or not. Just because you didn't have the right sticker, I automatically think you're criminal because you didn't have a seatbelt on or you didn't have a sticker
Exactly.
on. So, like you said, if it's a sticker, if I got the wrong sticker on and I ain't got it up there, hey, that's on me. You ain't even got to pull me over for that. You can get you can just have like they have the things where if you run a stoplight or something,
Exactly.
just take a picture of my tag and let me keep going and send me my damn ticket in the mail. You ain't got to pull me over for that.
Exactly.
I'm not hurting anybody by staying on the road and not having it. You can still give me the same ticket you was gonna give me
Exactly.
by not pulling me over.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
I think
I agree.
I think there should just be a drone, man. Just the cop stay in his car. He sends out a drone to ask you these questions, and
I
you
know
show a picture
programmers
of your
with bad
license.
intentions, man.
Verify the license on the little
Yeah,
video.
it scans it or whatever, and it's like, okay, you're clear, you're good to go. That
Yeah.
way, because I think we need to be honest with ourselves. Like, citizens are not all comfortable uh, with the police,
Nah.
but
I ain't
Especially with
never
how
been
they act.
comfortable with the police. I ain't never been comfortable with the police.
Especially
right.
with how they
So
act, man. Like they parade around here like they're above the military.
yeah,
Yeah.
those guys go to war.
Exactly. Like I
So
don't get it. But did you guys hear Atlanta is about to be getting a new mayor? Keisha says she is not coming back. She is not seeking
man,
re-election.
it's sad.
Screw all y'all in Atlanta. Do not call me. Do not text me.
When she said that,
Man.
when she
Yeah,
said that,
she's not running for a second term.
She is not running for a second term.
you think she got something bigger in mind?
She could have something bigger, and
I
then she
think
could
so
just be
because
saying screw Atlanta. Because to be honest, what could be bigger than the city of Atlanta right now, besides Chicago, New York, or being like a
the
senator or
state of
something like that?
Georgia, the state of Georgia, she
Yeah.
tired of coming out with stuff, and then she got Kemp over the top of her talking about this stuff, and she don't agree with him. His stuff goes in the law, and her stuff is kind of like a guideline. So she's like, screw this. I want to go someplace where my recommendation and my stuff means something.
I see
Right.
what you're saying, but
It might be
You're getting a lot of
Baltimore.
criticism too for the crime in Buckhead. It's spiked up.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
I
yeah,
do know is the
that's her.
fact
Is
that
that her fault? She must be going out there too, having these private meetings, telling everybody to mask up. Use the COVID mask to your advantage. The COVID
basically
mask, the COVID mask is the new ski mask.
that's it.
It's her
Mask
fault.
off.
She told us to keep the mask on, and crime rate has gone up since we've been wearing masks. So it has to be her fault. That's
That's
the
the
kind of
logic.
stuff that they probably would try to pin on her. As stupid as that sounds. And then they're gonna say, well, Texas and other places, the crime rate has gone down because we told them to take that mask on. Meanwhile, never mind that the mortality rate has gone up. Like we looking at the wrong damn rates.
Yeah. But hey, they said they tired of getting their stuff broken into, man.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, what's more important, like people or property? And we choose a
They
property.
said that if they break into my property, they probably gonna either die or I'm gonna die. One or the
Hey,
other.
so folks really been breaking in folks stuff in Texas or something? My dad was saying something like that.
I don't know too much about Texas.
Okay. Jerome just use an example.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Texas.
My thing with Texas is we know that they told them that to take the mask off is fine, but we also know that COVID has not gone anywhere and the numbers have not gone down. So we know that
Yeah.
they opened
That's
up the
what
state of
Texas
Texas
got going on.
for monetary reasons because these businesses are saying, "Hey, I'm losing money."
Oh yeah, it's
That
strictly
was purely a
monetary. Strictly
financial thing,
monetary.
right?
They pulling the Atlanta, man. That's that
The same
Atlanta.
reason why COVID doesn't exist in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Boy, don't get me started on when I go to Walmart and Target and I'm sitting up there counting how many people didn't have their mask on. Boy, I'm telling you. Whew.
They don't wear them at all in the gym.
That's what I heard. I haven't been in the gym in a
I be
minute.
having mine on. I still wear mine. I be the only joker in there. I be looking like an oddball.
Hey, that's how I felt when I was at Top Golf. I think I was the only one swinging the golf club with a mask on.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna do any type of strenuous activity with the mask on. I'm just gonna make sure I'm not around people. Cause I mean,
I'm
all
gonna
you
die
need is
with
that
this
6 feet.
mask on.
Other than that, man.
Hey, I'm gonna die with muscles. I'm gonna die in shape.
No, I can't go out like that, man.
I'm gonna die on this treadmill.
Got the elevation mask on, boy.
Shoot, you might go out on the treadmill without having to worry about a mask, cause you know you're gonna get sucked up underneath the thing.
I wish we could show that on YouTube, man.
Nah, they just need to go search it. Just what is it? Peloton eats child or whatever.
They got a lot of them out there.
The child eater.
Now, I will say this: Peloton stock did drop down to 22% from like $90 something to 83, but they actually had a good earnings report recently, and they're back up to like $90. So people are basically buying the dip.
Okay.
So they're doing damage control right now to try to get it back up from that 22% drop. But I think they're gonna have an uphill climb anyway, because I think the Peloton was hot because of COVID and everybody was at home. But as the market starts to go up and we got vaccines and everything, and people start returning back to the gyms, I think that all those profits that they saw last year, Peloton, I mean, I don't think we're gonna see the growth that people think that or that Peloton thought they were gonna have. Just like I would say Zoom, but with a lot of companies, staying at home, working from home is probably here to stay. It's not going to be as much, but I still think that companies, instead of saying you go to work 5 days a week, they're going to allow you to work from home sometimes too. And I see a lot of companies taking that stance. So companies like Zoom or whatever, they still may be reaping the benefits of work from home.
Yeah.
Yeah, companies are saving a ton because I mean, just thinking like, let's say like the bathroom, they keep replenishing the bathrooms. They have to keep replenishing the coffee break rooms. Like they're saving a ton by not replenishing those supplies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then on top of that, they're not having to worry about as many office space. I know I was hearing like J.P. Morgan and people like that actually putting up office space for sale, so that they can make some money off of it. But on another note, y'all got some picks, because I got one right here. I know y'all just shared one. I got Volkswagen. Reason why I got Volkswagen is because they just they saw their new registrations go up 108% in Germany. And in Germany they also saw registrations for Tesla drop 25%. So Volkswagen is definitely leading the charge, and they're taking share away from Tesla, it looks like, in Germany.
What's their price now? Where are they trading at right now?
Right now, I don't know what it is. The ticker is VW, V as in Victor, WAGY.
Okay.
Well, since you're on a car company, he said a car company, I might pick a car company too. They also do a lot of other things as well, including a lot of robotics too. So my company is Toyota.
Okay.
And recently here, they just came out with a combustion engine that sits on a little hydrogen, to give it an extra boost and keep it going. And, AC mentioned that on the previous episode about the boom on hydrogen. So I would check out some that industry as well. But Toyota overall, I'm expecting some big things out of it in the future.
Oh yeah, and I want to add to Toyota. They purchased the EV division of Lyft.
Okay. I did see that.
Yeah.
Y'all remember when I told y'all about Lyft and I was saying Nissan?
Autonomous. It's not EV. Autonomous. division.
But I knew they had some kind of partnership with
Mm-hmm.
them where Lyft wasn't gonna keep all of their stuff in
Yeah.
house. So that means that Toyota owns a percentage of that, though.
Yep.
But I think Lyft was having some financial issues like on their own, and no pun intended, that right there gives them a lift and solves some of their financial shortcomings that they had.
Yeah.
So 500 million.
I mean, because surely if I was a profitable company and I see that I'm doing great things, I want to keep 100% of my profits, not give somebody else 25% of the stuff that I make if I can help it.
Most definitely.
Facts.
But I guess what we can do now is we can encourage everyone to go and follow our
Oh,
Oh,
the
what you
Haitian
got? What you got? What you
sensation.
got? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What you got? What's your pick?
I thought he got away.
My fault. My fault.
Nah, unfortunately, I definitely don't. I don't have a pick right now. I'm
What?
always a little. I'm always a little hesitant on Fridays to
Okay.
new pick.
I know
Well,
you had
you don't
said
have to
something
have
about
a
some blue
pick for
chips and
today.
stuff. So
What's on your watch list right now? It could be a slow mover. What's setting up? What
Yeah.
you see?
Oh, I'm watching Caterpillar.
gotcha.
Okay.
Global growth. That's a good indicator for global growth.
Mm-hmm.
I got one that I'm watching. Etsy.
Okay.
Etsy. I mean, let me
That's
see
the
here.
one where everybody kind of sells from the house. I think you think that thing might start tumbling. Possibly.
It already has tumbled.
Okay.
Matter of fact, just on May 5th, that thing was at $193. Right now, it is going for the discount bargain of $157.
Oh yeah, I told you that thing was gonna tank.
I mean, and it might not be finished dropping right now. So
The
when
same
we
way that I
say
told everybody that
buy the dip,
Coinbase. I told
folks,
everybody about Coinbase. Coinbase was gonna tank. Like
Oh yeah.
it was no reason why that thing should have stayed up. It should have got that high, any of that. And if you were part of
March.
the premium chat, you would have been able to understand what we were talking about, why we called what we called, and understand how you could have made money off of this move. So now I will go ahead and say, since we got the picks out the way now, we can go ahead and say,
I
go
mean,
follow our Twitter, go like our Facebook page, go subscribe to the YouTube, go like our Instagram. We got all this stuff all over the internet. If you need more help, of course, hackthemarketstrading.com. You can open up a free account on there. If you need a little bit more help than that, we have our paid services as well. So let's
Facts.
see.
do we accept payments in Bitcoin and Catcoin?
Well, the cat coin
We
hasn't come
accept
out yet, so
income market.
we gotta figure out how we can pull the cat.
Of
But
course, the Haitian sensation wants to be paid with Cum Rocket.
yep. So we'll figure that out. So I know we got some things to figure out, man. We got Com Rocket, we got Cat, we got we got one more. I forgot what it is, but yo, good things, man.
Yeah, I've got
So
a
we
lot
just
of
want
cat.
to encourage you guys to have a good trading day. I know this is the last day of the week, so definitely make it a good one, and we'll see you guys next week.
Wait,
Happy
don't
Mother's
forget,
Day.
don't forget about Mother's Day, and don't forget to purchase the book. Where's the book?
Oh, I got the book right here.
All
This is the
right, look
actual
at
book
her.
right here.
Bam, bam.
But
Amazon, put it in.
yes, sir.
Simple trading techniques, powerful results.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. All right, guys. We hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you guys next week.